tired, 14 days, 13 days, whatever the hell it is, don't mean nothing. Tired is only in the mind. You tell yourself you're tired, you're gonna be tired. I don't get tired. Lake show, we coming home.
I looked at him, and I remember, I call it ese diablo. He was looking at me, and he just had this like look, and he's just swinging his hands. And I said, "You're not gonna beat me. I'm prepared to die." And I meant that, man. I swear to God on my life, I meant that. I'm even getting goosebumps thinking, see that?
I'm getting goosebumps too.
Like, I meant that shit, because I was like, look, and I signed my death warrant right there. I was like, look, if this is how I die, this is how I die. But you see me, I was trying to get him. I was trying to kill him. I knew, because for me, if I'm ready to die, I'm ready to kill. You have to be willing to give something up as well.
The wise man, the good man, the philosopher, is a man who lives in accordance with nature. He fears only abdicating his moral responsibility. He is not afraid of pain. He is not afraid of death. He is not afraid of poverty. He is not afraid of any of the vicissitudes of the human condition. He fears only that he should let himself down and that he should be less than a complete human being.
But I'm working so hard, like I say. I'm starting to training when I have 12, now I have 33. I best for everything in my life. I best for everything. Last 2 years I worked so hard. I bring my family to US. I start my camping in America Top Team. I leave everything I have. My mom take care of me and my 2 brothers alone, you know. Now Dad, you proud of me, Dad. You proud of me.
I don't know what to say, really. 3 minutes to the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to today. Either we heal as a team, or we're gonna crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished.
Those days when I'm tired or worn out or just basically sick of the grind. What do I do on those days? I go anyways. I get it done, even if I'm just going through the motions. I go through the motions. I don't really want to work out. I work out.
You get athletes who turn up to compete, or turn up to train, They'll turn up, they'll do the requisite amount of work, that's it. Athletes who turn up to compete, they put a bit more effort in. They try to be the best amongst their group. Then there's the athletes who train to win. They train every day, every session, so they win on match night.
If, when tomorrow comes, you still feel like you need to rest or you need to take a break, okay. Take it. But the chances are you won't. You won't need that rest. Chances are you will realize that the desire to rest was just weakness. It was just the desire to take the path of least resistance, the downhill path, the easy path.
Imagine that you're in a movie, and imagine the movie begins now, and you're the hero of the movie.
Yeah.
What would that guy do?
Yeah.
What would that guy do right now?
Yeah.
Because you are.
How badly do you want it? And how much are you willing to suffer? And very often, everything revolves around the first question, what do you want? Because a lot of people are unclear what they want from life. They don't sit down and think through. We are writing our own life story every day, and yet we don't think about it. Who do we want to be? Where do we want to live? What life do we want to lead? When we've finished our life, come to the end of our life and look back, what do we want to say that we've done?
Refuse to study a few more hours, refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. You talk about that you were kind of, lonely by yourself. I was the same way. And that used to hurt me growing up. Now I thrive in that shit. That's the only place to be.
And if I had only started with just doing what I was supposed to do, I could have done 4 or 5 other things that I was also supposed to do by this exact same point. And so thinking about it from that perspective, I've tried to eliminate as much time between I think I should do this thing and beginning doing it. And I think you get this positive reinforcement cycle that occurs every time you start. I call it pulling the thread. It's like I just need to start pulling the thread, and then all of a sudden what feels really unknown becomes very tangible, and you're like, oh, I understand the 6 problems I have to solve to do this big thing, but now I know the problems, and then it feels like you can wrap your arms around it, and then you can start taking it one bite at a time.
A lot of people, wonder, how did you become this? How did you become so vulnerable? How are you doing a podcast now when you were this kid? You overcame things. You fought them. And now this is what happens. This is on the other side of overcoming. You become very, very powerful when you overcome yourself. All those things you once cowered from, you were afraid of, when you face them eye to eye every day, you now become a person who has a great podcast.
Don't be careful, be competent. Don't be afraid to be afraid, but just work towards being competent in everything you do. And that is a lifelong pursuit in everything. The way that I've done things is just study and work and learn and just be unrelenting about it. When I'm interested in something, I'm just constantly studying and learning and learning and learning, and then applying. And find knowledge. What's true for you is true for you. Don't compromise your own reality for anyone else.
Because once I had my first loss, I took winning for granted, because it was just a habit. I was always winning, always winning, always winning. So now I have to, when you win, when you do something amazing, like I did in Atlanta, like I did in Melbourne, just chill, smell the roses, and then move forward.
And we have all these news people judging people who f***ed their life. Yeah, they made big mistakes. But that person who is judging you on TV, I guarantee you, that news person, they say, I'm glad that my shit didn't come out. But I'm gonna judge the hell out of you. I know that about people. So if you want to sit back and judge how jacked up I was and how messed up my life was, Merry Christmas, go for it. Have a good time. But I'm smiling at you right now, knowing you have a secret that you're not willing to share.
Still to be happy about.
You're up too old.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
I had to stop thinking normal. I had to stop thinking normal. I can no longer be a common man walking around doing common things. But no one taught me this stuff. I'm like, I paid a trainer to come train me. Jenny Craig didn't come down and miracle my ass. None of this happened. It was on me. And that's what you have to realize. Everything you do, you may have some support, you may not, but it's on you.
If you talk about work-life balance as a 22-year-old man, you're hanging around with the wrong people. That gnawing feeling when you realize you've outgrown your social circle isn't loneliness, it's your ambition finally speaking louder than your need to belong.
You have to make the decision whether you want to be a badass or whether you just want to be mediocre and everything's okay. But being a bad hurts. Real bad. And that's why I want to do it. So, over the next 2.5 months, I won't bore you with details. I lost the weight. I went back to recruiter, and I went to Buds, Navy SEAL training, and I was the only person in the history of Navy SEAL training to go through 3 hell weeks in 1 year.
We should not criticize ourselves. We should not say the things that we could have done better. But I believe that voice isn't an insecurity. I think it's a version that wants you to chase your potential. And so I think not judging the criticism, but accepting the criticism, I think those are the 2 separate things. And I think that's what unlocks the potential while making it somewhat palatable along the way.
Yeah.
Everybody stop talking now. Attention. I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time. Want to be Sunday, listen. I told you today, I'm still the greatest of all time. Never again defeat me. Never again say that I'm going to be defeated. Never again make me the underdog until I'm about 50 years old. Then you might get me.
If you don't handle self-doubt, insecurities, fucking imperfections, jealousy, all these fucking things, allow people to bully you, fuck you around, your nuts start to retract back up. Insecurities end up here. Self-doubt. All this shit, before you know it, in your fucking chest. You end up with chestnut syndrome. How you fix chestnut syndrome is you gotta man the fuck up. Hit your fucking chest. Send the signal to your fucking mind that you're gonna man the fuck up. And they fall back in your fucking sack. Once they fall back in your sack, you sack it the fuck up. Stay hard.
If you don't work hard, you just won't be here, you know. And I love that because I don't have to pull teeth every day, you know. I know that if they don't work hard, they've shown me over time that you're just not going to be here if you're not going to be ready and prepared when it's your time.
So as you can imagine, your life is really a byproduct of what you chart out, right? And so the way I see it here is this. It starts off with these 3 steps. See it, believe it, achieve it.
If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. You cannot change your life unless you change something.
It's up to you. The ball's in your court. No more. You want your life to be better? I can't help you. Lee can't help you. Joe Rogan can't help you. Harry can't help you. God can't help you. Only you help you. Grab your balls, get a notebook, and write down what you're gonna do this year. And this is it. You're not gonna have these problems. Drugs, cigarettes, that dumb bitch. It all starts today, all right? No more excuses. This is the year of the soldier.
I don't apologize. In the end, I don't care whether you love me or you hate me, just as long as I win. The deck is stacked. The rules are rigged. Welcome to the death of the age of reason. There is no right or wrong. Not anymore.
I love this game. I live this game. And there's 1,000 other guys waiting in the wings who are obsessed with this game. Obsession's gonna be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? Is it all you ever think about? Let's face it, it's you against you out there. When you walk on that court, you have to think, I am the best guy out there. I don't care if LeBron's playing.
Dedication, hard work. Dedication, hard work. I'm a one-man army. One-man army. The world can go against me. I'm still come on top. I got God on my side.
I get that you're making money, but if you don't know how much money you want to have the lifestyle that you want, the freedom that you want, the experiences that you want, then making a lot of money is kind of irrelevant, right? So you have to write the lifestyle. So that's the vision. And so when you write something down, you can come back and revisit it.
They didn't make the dress list. There are greater tragedies in the world.
I wanted to run out of that tunnel for my dad. To prove to everyone that I worked.
What?
That I was somebody.
Oh, you are so full of crap. You're 5 feet nothing, 100 and nothing, and you got hardly a speck of athletic ability. And you hung in with the best college football team in the land for 2 years. And you're also gonna walk out of here with a degree from the University of Notre Dame. In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself.
Maybe you think you're changing, but you can't change what you really are. And you can forget all this money and stuff you got all around you, man, because it don't change a thing. You and me, we don't even have a choice. See, we're born with a killer instinct that you can't just turn off and on like some radio. We have to be right in the middle of the action because we're the warriors. And without some challenge, without some damn war to fight, then the warrior may as well be dead, Stallion.
Let's control the outside. Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? Look, we're firemen. Okay? We are firemen! The heat doesn't bother us. We live in the heat. We train in the heat. It tells us that we're ready. We're at home. We're where we're supposed to be. Flames don't intimidate us. What do? We control the place. We control them. We move the place where we want to. And then we extinguish them.
Jeff! He's down! He's down! He's trying to hurt you! You gotta fight! You gotta move! He's okay! He's okay! Damn, Ron, come on! What's the matter with you? There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
Every kitten grows up to be a cat. They seem so harmless at first, small, quiet, lapping up their saucer of milk. But once their claws get long enough, they draw blood, sometimes from the hand that feeds them. For those of us climbing to the top of the food chain, there can be no mercy. There is but one rule: hunt or be hunted.
Welcome back. And the burning desire is the starting point of all great accomplishment. Why is that so important? Well, burning desire is the desire that drives you ahead over all the difficulties, disappointments, temporary failures, obstacles, because if your goal is worthy of you, you're going to fall on your face over and over and over again. You're going to make mistakes. It's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you time. It's going to cost you anxiety. As a matter of fact, if you're not laying in bed at night staring at the ceiling with your heart pounding at least 3 nights a week, you're probably not trying hard enough.
Dr. Carter said to me, and Dr. Carter had a tear in his eye. I could tell he fell for me. And he said, son, I'm sorry to say you're not going to box again. And I looked at him. I said, no, Dr. Carter, you're wrong. I am going to box again. He said, you don't understand what kind of man I am.
Life took me somewhere unexpected. I'm unprepared. It's about 6 degrees out here, and I'm underdressed. But guess what? No one gives a you gotta get the motherfucker in. Sometimes life can really hijack your fucking mind. When that happens to you, you're all f***ed up. Your goals, your ambitions, everything is out the fucking window. In life, we all go through different things.
I can only manipulate the fire. I can't create it.
Look at you. What do you believe in, huh? What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you
stranger.
Can Spider-Man come out to play?
The cunning warrior attacks neither body nor mind. Tell me how! The balls, Osborn! First, we attack his balls. Sometimes your girlfriend or boyfriend breaks up with you. Guess what? Get the f*** over it. They no longer want you. Maybe you failed a test in school. You worked your ass off. Guess what? You fucking test. Get over it. Move past it. Learn to not let life hijack your brain. At work, you've been working your ass off for that new promotion. You don't get it. Someone else does. Maybe they kiss better ass than you do. Guess what? Get over it. Life will hijack your mind if you let it. Don't allow all these things to make you a lesser person. You must own your mind. Don't let life own yours. Get after it, stay hard.
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it. More for you.
We all should think that we're great. There's no reason for you to not think that you're great. If you don't think you're great, ask yourself why. Why don't you think the highest of yourself? When you do, people have no choice but to follow suit. You have no choice but to follow suit.
Experts have more ways to win than beginners do. And so if an expert goes into any setting that they're expert in, they have so many faster feedback loops that reward them in the moment before the ultimate outcomes.
Sun don't stop for nobody, man. Sun don't stop. Sun gonna be up in the morning regardless. That sun is gonna be up in the morning regardless of how I feel and how depressed I am. The sun is gonna shine in the morning. And at nighttime, the moon gonna be there. And you're gonna look up, these days gonna keep going by.
Success is the only revenge. As you expand, they shrink into irrelevance. As you get louder, no one can hear them. You don't beat them, you cast a shadow so big, no one can see them to begin with. When people copy, they copy the wrong stuff because they don't know why it worked to begin with. And when it breaks, they don't know how to fix it because they didn't build it. So don't sweat it, copycats will always be behind.
I go to the core. I am invictus.
You don't get that sense of confidence by going through society's rhyme the reasons. You know, you do your own thing, you know, especially when everyone else isn't doing it, they call you crazy, whatever else. Oh, you're in here, and people driving by being like, what the fuck's that guy doing up so late? Well, what's up so late mean? I don't know. It's the moments in life, the decisions you make on a moment-to-moment basis that add up to be the guy or not the guy.
He was like, the only thing that you can do is win so big that all of them constantly compare themselves to you, and then you'll forget they exist. And that's when he said, success is the only revenge. He's like, it's not the best revenge. He's like, it's the only one. There's no other revenge. Because everything else is petty. Everything else does show that you were thinking about these people all day long, which means they win by default. He's like, all you can do is think about your goal and winning. He's like, and when you win, that's when you become so big that they shrink into irrelevance.
Constantly body punching. When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him, actually he was crying in there, making women gestures like, I can't mind it, but I knew that he was breaking down soon.
Always going to be a party. There's always going to be a time to celebrate and a time to join friends or a day to, I mean, the bars are always open. Always open. No matter how old you are, they're always open, you know? What's not always open is the opportunity to check the box in life, you know, to achieve your dreams. That's not always open, man.
People think that you should be weak and you should be docile and then you should be a pacifist. He goes, no, you should be a monster. He said you should be a monster, you should be ruthlessly ambitious and then learn how to control it. And it's that old expression, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
I didn't have to shoot up anything, I didn't have to drink anything, I didn't have to go party anything. All I had to do was just go work out, and now what's going to happen is a residual effect of that. Not only does my body grow, but my belief in whatever my current endeavors are, they seem closer. They seem like, you know, I can reach out and grab them now.
Basically, I have no say so. I don't give about who wins. You know, just basically, there's no fight without me. There's no real championship fight without me. One guy, you know what I mean, who I believe hopefully is an outstanding fighter, you know, like, it's very difficult in this fight to choose because one guy is an outstanding little guy and the other guy is a big man, but he's not a great big man.
I'm back, motherfucker! I'm back!